Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is David, and in today's video, I'll be giving you a complete step-by-step guide on how to run Facebook or Meta ads within the next 10 minutes. I'll cover all of the basics such as how you can navigate the Ads Manager platform which you see on your screen. I'll show you how to create campaigns such as this one. I'll show you how you can go ahead and actually create your targeting, for example, based on age, language, or special interest. And then I'll show you how you can set up your placements for exactly where you want your ads to be shown. It could be on the Facebook feed, Instagram, so on and so forth. And then finally, I'll show you how you can create your ad creatives, your call to action buttons, and then link it to your particular website. So if all of this interests you, then stick around, subscribe, and let's get into today's video. So to get started, the first thing I want to talk about is what Meta Business Suite is and why we need it. So if we scroll down over here, we can see it says, what is Meta Business Suite? It is basically a one-stop shop where you can manage all of your marketing and advertising activities on Facebook and Instagram. Long story short, everybody to run Facebook ads, Instagram ads, you need a Meta Business Suite account where you can go ahead and host all of these ads, all right? So to create this account, it's a very straightforward process. If you don't have one, you just have to go to business.facebook.com. I'll put a link in the description. Once you're on business.facebook.com, the page should look like this. Here you can just go ahead and create your account. Or if you already have an existing Meta Business Suite account, you can just go ahead and log in with Facebook or Instagram. Now, once you've created your Meta Business Suite account, you should be directed to a page that looks like this. This is the main dashboard for our Meta Business Suite. And over here, we can go ahead and set up our basic settings. Now, the very first thing we're going to go ahead and do is scroll to the left over here to where it says settings. Go ahead and click that. The very first thing we need to create our Facebook ads is a Facebook page to associate to those ads. So you can go to the pages option over here under accounts. And then right here, you can go ahead and add a Facebook page. You can see right here that I already have a test page created, but if you don't have a page, you can just press the add page option, and then you can choose add an existing page, request access to a page that's already there, or create a new Facebook page right here and go through the steps. It's a very, very straightforward process. Once you have your page connected or created, the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is go to our add accounts option over here. And similar to our page, we need to go ahead and actually create an ad account where we can host all of our ads. So again, over here, I already have an ad account created, but you can go ahead and create yours by pressing this add option and then choosing create a new ad account, claim an existing account, or request or share an ad account. So once you have your ad account created, once you have your page created, you can go ahead and set up some other stuff. For example, if you have an Instagram account, you can go ahead and add it. So you can connect your Instagram account to your particular Facebook page so that you can run Instagram ads also. And you can do that very simply over here by just following the steps. Once you have all of this preliminary stuff set up, the final thing we can go ahead and do is go to our billings and payments option over here. And then in the billing and payments option, you can go ahead and set up your billing for your particular ad account so that you can actually get charged and you can run these ads no problem. So once we have our billing, once we have our page, our ad account, our Instagram account, everything set up, now we're good to go. We can go to our Facebook Ads Manager and we can begin creating our campaigns. So to create our campaigns, we can go over here to the left where it says All Tools. And then right here, you can go ahead and select Ads Manager. And this is basically your main dashboard where you can set up all of your ads. Now to set up your ads, you can just go ahead and click it. Once you do that, you'll be directed to this dashboard over here, which is once again, your main Ads Manager. You can see right here, we have a bunch of different columns available. So these are all of the stats once our campaigns are live. You can go ahead and sort them by the different columns. For example, if you want to sort them by engagement, delivery, you can go ahead and choose that. And then these metrics will change over here. Similarly, you can go ahead and choose the date range for your ad campaign. So if you want to see results for the past 7 days, 14, 30, you can go ahead and set that up over here. And based on that, your metrics will change. And then finally over here, if you want to go ahead and actually customize your columns altogether to have custom columns, you can go ahead and press this option over here. And under customize columns, you can go ahead and choose exactly which metrics you want to see. So if you want to see, for example, followers or likes, or if you want to see, let's say, post saves, post shares, anything that you want to see, you can go ahead and apply it. And when you go ahead and apply it, you can see it shows up right here. So once we have this basic understanding, the next thing I want to talk about very quickly is the hierarchy of how Facebook ads work. So we can see right here, we have 3 tabs. We have our campaigns, we have our ad sets, and our ads. Now it's important to understand that your ads must be contained within an ad set, and your ad sets must be contained within a campaign. So once we have that understanding, now we can go ahead and press the create option over here. And the first thing we're going to do is create our campaign and give it an objective. So over here, we're going to go ahead and choose one of the objectives. For this particular example, I'm just going to go ahead and use traffic. Now, depending on the objective you select, the steps might change a bit, but overall, it's pretty much the same thing. So over here for traffic, we can go ahead and press the continue option right here. And once we have that set up over here, Facebook is telling us to choose the recommended settings or manual traffic campaign. We're going to go ahead and select manual traffic campaign so that we have complete control over our settings. So once we select this option over here, the next step here is to just go ahead and give your campaign name. And then over here where it says special ads category, you can ignore this. This is basically if you're creating ads on topics such as politics, financial services, social issues, so on and so forth, which won't apply for a lot of people. We can just go to the next option over here to where it says campaign details. And again, over here, you can just go ahead and confirm your objective. I have it set to traffic. Once again, you can set it to whatever you want. So once you have your campaign objective selected, we can go over here and skip these two sections for A/B testing and advanced campaign budget. This is stuff that you don't necessarily need to set up. So once you have your campaign name, once you have your objective set up, we can go to the next option. And now we can go ahead and set up our ad set settings. So here, I'll just go ahead and again call it traffic ad set for watches North America. So once you have your ad set in place, you can again just go ahead and tell Facebook exactly what kind of conversion you want. So do you want to send people to your website? Do you want to send them to your Instagram profile? Do you want to get calls to your business? You can go ahead and choose that. And again, based on what you choose, the steps might change a bit. Performance goal, you can go ahead and choose over here between a maximum number of landing page views, link clicks, daily unique reaches. They have a bunch of different settings available. The most common one obviously is the link clicks, because you basically want people to click on your call to action and go to your particular website. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and choose link clicks for now. Over here, you have your cost per result goal, which is an optional setting. So here you can basically tell Facebook that, hey, I don't want to spend more than $2 per link click. And then basically once you set that up over here, Facebook will try to make sure that all of the link clicks you get are maximum $2. If you actually go ahead and ignore this over here, then Facebook will use its own basic settings to figure out exactly what kind of clicks it can get you and how much it's going to cost you. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and set it to $2 just so that Facebook has a good understanding of what I want to do. And once we have that option over here done, then over here we have our dynamic creatives. And over here, Facebook is basically telling us that they'll create combinations of our ad for us. So I highly recommend you select this because it's basically using Facebook's machine learning to get the best creatives possible. Okay, so just go ahead and select that. Here you can go ahead and put in your budget and your schedule. So there's two different ways you can do this. You can do a daily budget or a lifetime budget. I generally like to keep it at a daily budget so I can see exactly per day how much I'm spending. So let's say, for example, per day I want to spend $10. I can go ahead and set that up. Your schedule, very straightforward stuff. You can go ahead and set a start date and an end date for your campaign. If you don't set an end date, it's just going to run perpetually. So just be sure of that. If you want to actually go ahead and end it, you can select that right here and just go ahead and choose your time. So once that is completed, then you can go over here to the next option, which says budget scheduling. Here you can go ahead and select this option right here, which says select budget increases. And here, for example, if it's a particular time or a particular day that you want people to see your ad more often, you can go ahead and choose that right here. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and deselect this for now so that my ad shows evenly throughout the day. So once we have all of this stuff set up, we can now come over to where it says your controls. And here you can go ahead and choose exactly who you want to target in terms of location. So here I have it set to Canada, but you can go ahead and change this and let's say put your own country in. So if I want to put in United States, I can choose that right here. You can go ahead and put that in. You can put a city, you can put a neighborhood. It gets really specific. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and put that in there. And now we can see I'm targeting people in the United States. Okay, so that's pretty good. If you go to the show more options over here, you can go ahead and choose what the minimum age for the people that you're targeting is. It should be 18, but let's say, for example, if you want to go after people that are 24, 25, you can go ahead and set that up over here. For languages, if you want people that are specifically speaking a particular language, you can choose that. So I can just go ahead and say for me, this is English. Once you have your language, your age, and your location set up, you can scroll down now over here to where it says Advantage plus Audience. Now, this is probably the most important part in terms of your actual ad campaigns, because here you're exactly telling Facebook what kind of people should see your ad. So for example, if I go ahead and select this option here, I can go ahead and now further customize exactly who sees my ad. So right here, for example, I can go ahead and change the age range. So let's say, for example, my watches are for, I'm just going to give an example for young people. So I can just say from 24 to 45. That's who I want seeing my watches. Gender, let's say I'm selling particularly like men's watches. So I can go ahead and say, okay, this is only for men. So you can go ahead and set that up over here. And then right here, you have your detailed targeting. Here, this is a pretty cool feature, guys, because over here, you can go ahead and choose based on specific interests, demographics, or behaviors for your customers. So let's say, for example, I'm interested in people that are also interested in watches. I can go ahead and choose that over here. I can choose smart watches, mechanical watches, so on and so forth. So I'll just go ahead and keep it at watches for now. So I'll only be going after people that are 24 to 45, that are men, and that have an interest in watches. Something I want to go ahead and talk about now is this define further option. And this is basically saying that, hey, I don't want people that are just interested in watches. I want people that are interested in watches and something else. So for example, over here, I can go ahead and say something like jewelry, right? So I want people that are interested in watches and people that are, interested in jewelry altogether. So we now, based on that, we have different settings available, and the basic definition of who we're going after will change. So once you have your detailed targeting set up, you can go ahead and actually save your audience. So if you go ahead and save it, you can call it, for example, marketing tutorial ad account, and you can go ahead and press the save option. So once you have your targeting in place, the next thing I want to talk about is this placement option to where it says advantage plus placements. So you can go ahead and select that. And then over here, Facebook already has a pre-selected option of advantage plus, but we're going to go ahead and select manual placements. And the reason I like this is because you can tell Facebook exactly where your ads should be shown. Like for example, if you have videos or certain pictures that show up better in, for example, the Instagram feed, you can go ahead and select that. You can take it off the marketplace. You can take it off the right column, and you can choose exactly where your ads are appearing. So once you have your options selected here, I actually go ahead and deselect the audience network because I want my ads to show up only on Facebook and Instagram and not, partnered websites. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out. And once we have all of this good to go, then we can go ahead and press the next option. So now we've set up our ad set, we've set up our campaign. The final step over here is to just create your ads. So again, just go ahead and give your ad a name. You can go ahead and associate which Facebook page, which Instagram account that is for these particular ads, as we've already set that up in the beginning. Once you have your identity in place, you can scroll down over here. And right here, you can go ahead and choose the format for your ads. So for example, you can go ahead and tell Facebook, do you want a single ad? Do you want a carousel ad? Do you want the multi-advertiser ad? So I'm just going to go ahead and actually deselect that because I don't want to really partner with other people. I just want my ad to show by themselves. And I want my ad to be just a single image ad. So once you have these settings in place right here, you can now scroll down and you can go ahead and put in your media. So you can select your product image over here that you want to advertise. You can go ahead and set up your primary text, your headline, your description, where you want people to go in terms of your URL. All of that stuff you can go ahead and set up right here. So what I'll do right now very quickly, guys, is I'll show you what it looks like once I have all of these settings in place so that you get a visual demonstration of what it looks like. Okay, so just give me a second while I fill this out. So here we are, everyone. We can see I went ahead and put in some very basic information. I put in an image, a primary text, a headline. I went ahead and put in my URL. I chose a call to action for shop now. If you want to go ahead and add a particular browser add-on, you can go ahead and select that over here and put in your particular phone number. And once you have all of these settings in place, then you can go ahead and press the save option. This tracking stuff over here, I won't talk about in this tutorial, but basically over here, you can go ahead and set up the Facebook pixel. I have a video on how you can set that up to actually track your conversions to see exactly who's clicking on what and what they're buying. But for now, to just set up your campaign, you can just go ahead and do all of the steps I talked about in this video and press the publish option. So with that being said, everybody, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then go ahead and press the like button and share it with your friends. And if you're interested in more content like this, then consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, guys, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.